Richard Bates Jr.
Thank you guys for sticking around. I walked out in the middle and I asked you, I said, how many walkouts do we have? He said, only 4. I guess the press and industry screening me scared all the old folks. Which was not the intent. Kind of bummed me out, actually. Thank you for not hurting my feelings. Stick around. Okay, questions. You should have a few.
What's your favorite color?
Turquoise. Turquoise and red. Yes, sir.
Is there any real story behind this?
Yeah, well, actually, bits and pieces, like I said, and it's been a strange kind of sell, but a lot of it is about kind of growing up in Virginia. And, I mean, my God, dude, I get cold sores. I've gone down on a girl in her period. I've done, like everyone, this whole fucking movie, and everyone tells me I'm so crazy, it makes me feel so bad about myself. And I'm like, really? So, I mean, all these sort of, but really it's very much so, it's very much about growing up in Virginia and really wanting to make your parents proud of you, and I think it ends where it ends. This is a feature version of a short that I did, and it has the short had the exact same ending, so it's funny, we made the short and they said, God, I hope you make a feature, I'd love to see what happens next. But that's not really what it was about for me. It's kind of about her mother finally hugging her and sort of realizing how far they went in opposite directions, and it takes that for her to kind of have this moment of clarity where she sort of snaps back into reality and they both kind of realize what they did to each other. So yes, so that's that for me. But yeah, this is like kind of a super personal, hopefully, meant something to you guys too, kind of a movie. And then at the end of the day, it's like all my heroes I took things from. I mean, Dario Argento, David Cronenberg, Jodorowsky, bits and pieces. Like I said, I wanted to make a movie that would have been super important to me if I got a hold of it when I was 18.
So I have a question. I was wondering if when you were creating the characters, if you created the characters in like a real world, or if more like a metaphor or a larger metaphorical reality where like all the emotions could be expressed that it is to be a teenager and an outsider.
Kind of a cool question. All right, yeah. So for I guess for everyone is sort of more or less based loosely on people I know, and then when I got all the actors involved, it started with Tracy, and I knew I wanted to make this movie with Tracy Lords because she's this wonderful, smart, good lady. She's a mom, she's got a 3-year-old kid, and she gets all these shit roles, because of her past, and let's reinvent you, let's show everyone that you can do this, and I think she rocked it. So that was a huge sort of drive to do that, and then from her, we got Anna Lynn, but basically I put all the pieces together, and then I rewrote every character with the actor to make it just as personal for them as it was for me. So a lot of the stuff, Tracy's stuff and Anna Lynn's stuff is actually their stuff. So this whole thing is kind of like, I guess, our therapy, more or less, in its way. So that's how we did this. I never really did anything like that before, but I think it called for it. Did that answer that? Let's lighten it up. What do we got?
I noticed a smoky effect kind of in certain scenes. Was that a projection issue, or was that something that you...
That, my friend, is a projection issue.
Okay.
I noticed it too. I was thinking about bullshitting that. No, not me. Okay, so fun stories. You want to do that, or do you have questions? You guys want to go home?
What part of Virginia are you from?
McLean, right outside DC. So like 20 or so minutes outside DC. So fun Anna Lynn stories and fun John Waters stories, because they're both out of their fucking minds. So John is the coolest. John's like my hero, and I sent him the script. I used to have like Royal season tickets growing up, so I was like, John is like Baltimore to me. So I sent him the script, and he called me back, and he just said, Ricky, this is a very weird script. And when John says that to you, it's like, disconcerting. So there was this long pause, and I was scared he wasn't going to do it. And then he said, listen, I don't fly coach, and I'm not shaving my mustache, but I'm in. And I was like, all right, Mr. Waters. And then actually I have my friend Alex here, who I thought was my most trustworthy friend to pick him up from the airport, who got him lost on the way to set. Alex, if you can stand up, please. And Alex got John to set, and John turned to me and he said, you know, your friend Alex, he's cute as a button, but dumb as a bag full of hammers. And then, okay, so Anna Lynn. So here's the cool Anna Lynn story. So Anna Lynn, I was totally, didn't want to like She's All That this movie and cast like a 90210 Super Babe as this girl that, you know, we're supposed to relate to, more or less. And she came to lunch just in character, nuts, you know. And she's actually had something of a sordid past herself. She's really this wonderful, interesting girl. She's actually a lot more like Pauline than any character she's ever played, I think, on TV. But I asked her, I said, you know, Ellen, I might have you shave all your hair. I guess I was sort of provoking her to see if this was even, you know, if she wanted to do something like this. And she took the steak knife off the dinner table and just started cutting her hair off and throwing it at me. And then I called Tracy and I said, we fucking found Pauline. More fun stories. What are the questions? Anyone? You, sir, in the incredibly striped shirt.
Oh, you went prosthetic eyebrows?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's why she looked terrible.
Yeah, dude. You know, a lot of these TV actors, they don't look too far away from you and me. All right, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors in Hollywood. Not to say that she's not a babe. I'm just gonna yell at you for that. So yes, you? Did you just raise your, fixing your hair?
Yeah, that's me.
Well, fabulous hair you have there. Fabulous hair, and it's because you keep fixing it. You're good.
Something else.
Yes, sir. The chicken. Now, you know I had nothing to do with it, but I'd love to talk about it because I like it as well. Yeah, I guess some fella from France mentioned it. It's wonderful. I've seen it, I think, like 6 times now. If you really want to speak on this, he would love this. Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, yes, sir. It's like a short film from France. I think it's played at. Is it played at sort of a bunch of things? They kind of program it like that. You know, they pick like an interesting sort of short before each feature here.
Oh.
Yeah. No, you're all good, my friend. Yes.
How long was your shoot?
28 days, sir. 28 crazy days. You in a wonderful hat.
What did you shoot with?
Red. Red one. Ty, would you like to answer something? I have my gruff Israeli DP here. He will scare you with his seriousness. There you go. Yes.
So it started quite humorous. So have you ever considered alternative ending, or this is the ending you had in mind from the start?
This is a feature version of a short that I made back in film school that has the exact same ending. So this was always the ending. This was always a story for me. I mean, life is kind of terrible and funny, you know. So I guess you can sort of, you know, everything could kind of go either way for me. But does that do anything for you? What do you think?
It's fine.
I can give you more.
Life is terrible, that's
Please.
fine.
I want you. I'm not leaving here until you're happy. Are you happy?
It's pretty good.
No? She's disappointed. Yes.
What scene did you have the most challenge with?
Scene that had the most challenge. Well, here's a funny story. So I asked, you know, for that bathtub scene with the naked girls. I only asked for 8 girls, and my producer got so fucking excited about the possibility of calling girls to be naked. I walked in the room and there's like 25 of them. I was like, you asshole. So that ended up being way bigger, and actually, I mean, I guess it looks better now because of that. But I guess the hardest scene was the final scene because everyone was so sort of tense and wild, and it was so important because if that didn't work, you know, the movie doesn't work. So it's super scary shooting one of those scenes. That and the bedroom scene where she kind of overhears her parents talking about her. hands. The hair, dude. All right, what do you got for me? Then you, sir. I'm sorry.
I'm in no way trying to make comparisons to his roles, but I just thought it was crazy seeing Jeremy's under like Peter Pan.
Oh, that was the thing. We cast everyone against type. So, he's a hot quarterback, here has some period blood. And then I think everyone, John Waters plays a preacher. I'm trying to Tracy Lords plays a conservative Southern housewife. Everyone, the idea was if these people were going to take a chance on me, I wanted to take a chance on them and let them, give it a shot. You, sir.
Did you ever attend psychotherapy as a teenager or really want to?
No, I probably should have. I wouldn't have had to make this movie.
I noticed it was completely talked about but left out.
Yeah, well, I did. I took psychiatry twice in college, and I dropped it twice. Too many flashcards. You, my friend.
How close is this to the short?
Same sort of beginning, middle, and end. All the characters are, and the themes are sort of, developed a lot more. But you know what happened? The show was very successful, and it ended up playing at 50 festivals, and we won half of them. And I was so psyched, and I went to Los Angeles, and then I was gonna make my feature, which that's not how it works. Let me tell you. So I couldn't get the damn thing made for a few years, and I wrote a few sort of trashy little silly movies, and I was so scared that I was gonna have to try and make one of those, and all my best friends from Virginia and New York, everyone came together and financed a movie for me. So literally about 50 plus kids paid for the movie, so I have some very, very wonderful friends. You, with the bracelet.
The scene with the baby and
Yes.
the older person who donated that baby and
Are you talking about the fetus?
I'm sorry?
Which one?
There was a scene where there was, I don't know, it was a small kid in a diaper, but they were like crawling on
Oh, that is a little person, my friend. That is a 45-year-old man. No, it really is. I'm not kidding you. He donated himself. All right, you. Say that one more time, then? Well, that whole aspect of it was a lot kind of about entitlement, how everyone, I think a lot of kids now think they can do anything without putting in the work, and she becomes progressively more delusional. And in her fantasies, she looks gorgeous because that's kind of how she sees herself. And yes, I think she is convinced that she can do this until that break and that moment of clarity in her mother's arms. You like that? Tell me you like that. Awesome.
Just one more.
One more. Fun. Yes. Which one? Look at the nicest we give me to. They're battling it out. He's being a nice dude. She's sweet as hell. You, man.
Can you tell me about your choice to make the protagonist a girl?
Yes. I mean, it's pretty simple. I'm a guy, and we're just so fucking simple and boring. I mean, or at least, really, my wants and needs are pretty fucking. God, I'm so uninteresting. And I thought, we would give it a shot with a girl, and we worked together on it. And I'm still trying to figure you guys out. I mean, I don't know a damn thing. Tell me about yourself. Would you like to come up here? Please, I have questions for you, my dear. All right, you, are you taking pictures, or are we done? Yes. All right, are we good? Thank you guys so much.